before. Falling faster, I try to ignore. I see you, I see you. I'll let you drag me to hell if you hold my hand. Tell me this is real and it will never end.
Homies, welcome on back to some more Valorant action right here at the NECC. I'm Ravish was Ravish me on the internet, joined by my side by the boy Vincent, as we're about to get into another fantastic game. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. Listen, it's been a hot second since I've been here on the Valorant show for the NECC. I'm pumped to be back alongside you. Also, when's the last time you and I casted a game? It's got to have been years.
Well, I'm 35 now, so it's probably been over a decade, I'd say.
Tough. That's a quick reminder of how old I am. Please don't do that again. Anyway, let's all move on.
That's great. Yeah, so we're gonna go and talk about two teams that we have today, being NM State White and also Arkansas State. But by the way, yo, why is it called Arkansas? Well, why is it not called Arkansas? Okay. Why is it not called Arkansas? Why is it called Arkansas? Where's the saw in the name, man? It doesn't make sense.
You're asking me to like make rules for the English language, and you and I both know that doesn't happen. We don't have any hard and fast rules; those don't exist.
English is my fourth spoken language, and then it makes sense the least, bro.
I'm not arguing. I agree.
Anyways, we've got Riff Raff on Arkansas Music Listening and Bevel on NM State White. On the other end for Arkansas, all right, we've got ASU Creed, Wi-Fi. I'm assuming. Ippy, Reload, and Bravo. All right, should be a fun game, Vincent. What do you think about these teams, man? I can't even say that.
The game didn't happen. We got
Arkansas State Black have already won map 1-7-13. That's just
whoopsie.
That seems to be. Wow, leaks, guys. That's definitely not happening. I'm playing.
Yeah, no.
This game is happening live, so it's just wrong. Yeah.
No, our producer leaked the script. That's actually remember 13-7. That's what was put out there into the world. Listen, I think going to be a little uphill battle here for the New Mexico State side. They come in 3-2. You got Arkansas State 4-1. They've been looking good. I think the question for this whole like ban situation was really a question of like, do they want to play pick a bind or do they want to pick an abyss? The answer was because both teams play it, for the record. The question was who's going to ban that or not ban it. We got a bind ban for Arkansas. They still come into favorites, but that means that they're going to have to play a Pearl that they don't play. So that's the takeaway is Pearl. It's definitely going to be the hardest fought map in my opinion. If we get to Corrode, that's Arkansas all the way.
Exactly that. And I think, look, Corrode is a map truly that can be flipped either way. Now, we've seen it a ton over in the VCT, right, with just this map pool in general, too, with the comps being pretty diverse. But as we stand in the double loose meta, it'll be, we're looking at Neons and Collegiate specifically. We've seen the rise of Chamber as well, too, being the kind of mainstay for a lot of the Vicente players who know they can actually get some hits on. So I think the composition should be quite fun to see as we head into Pearl, though. I am not necessarily expecting super mirror stuff, right? But I'm thinking that we'll probably see a fade. We'll probably see some like variation of Neon Waylay, right? I think Chambers have popped up quite commonly as well on the collegiate side for the Sentry role, and probably an Omen. But nonetheless, though, we can wait and see what does pop up as teams are both in lobby. So we're waiting to see what they managed to bring out for us here, Vincent.
Yeah, I think that, to be honest with you, there's been a lot of variation for some of the picks on both of these sides. So I don't even know if I want to dive into the weeds of like what the expectations should be, because I think we're probably just going to throw those like straight out the window as soon as things go. But hey, we are ready to actually get that going, and it's I think you pretty close to nailed it. You got some Chamber in there. You weren't too far off. Close enough.
I was kind of far off. I was not on the money.
I was trying to help you out. You should have just taken it. I was trying to help you.
No, it's just not true. I'm sorry. I'm wrong. My bad. Guys, look, but we do have, though, is someone for the info, and Chamber also commented, right? So you have Chamber on both sides, which we did see. So, I got one right, ding, ding, ding. But
there you go.
Teho Neo and Astro, along with Sage on the other side. So I did know the Fade was going to come in at least on one. But Sage as well, I find is interesting, as she has popped up as kind of a pocket pick for, some different Sentinels as well, too. But Astra on both ends is kind of unexpected to me because I know she offers global pressure and Astra on Pearl is nasty, but hey, I've seen a lot of controllers default to the Omen because it's just easier, man, right? It just makes sense. But
I think what's interesting is that Lunozen, typically the duelist player for this New Mexico State squad, does flex, like occasionally, but it's not like a hard and fast rule or anything. But I think that for me is going to be interesting. She's on that Sage, so get things rocking and rolling. Heavy presence out towards B to begin. Bravo with a peek seat. Headhunter already looking to lock down a couple of shots, but not quite on the money.
Yeah, just a couple of peaks, unfortunately, within that end. And call it the Utah. EP still gets one. EP's about, meanwhile, cleans up down mid, and 3 go down in quick succession. So, New Mexico State is able to go in, takes a site easy enough. 3v1 here. Rilo's going to have to put up a nice performance on that bandit to see what get done. Already spotted. This becomes so much harder now. Especially with the wall, gonna have to go right past through halls to get anything done here. Lunas is watching it. Easy first shot, 2v1. Suddenly this is possible. Have to isolate each and every single fight. Go around. One side the corner. He's also on the trade angle. Second taken, one more Rilo. Able to almost do it. 3 isolated fights gonna run up. One with enough time to do it. One more shot and Rilo. The 4K and the complete take back of the round.
I mean, that's just massive. I feel like Rilo should be nowhere close to this. It shouldn't be a realistic possibility when, especially, you have 3 players should be locking down the late positions, but no, allowed to isolate the fights, and Rilo pulling things back for Arkansas, who I think were getting a little bit ambitious in general at the start of that round, where they're taking very forward fights, aggressive duels where there's not a lot of backup plans, if you will. We saw Bravo there get caught out at the beginning, but when you've got somebody in the clutch like Rilo, it's all good. Nice recovery around that New Mexico State pretty much had it within their grasps.
I mean, impressed so far with them being able to take all that back, but nonetheless, though, we'll see if, New Mexico State can't get anything done with that save, which might be a bit tough, though. The weapon difference is quite exquisite. But Creed takes the initial and still managed to get one back. The good trade, but the weapon recovered will mean that New Mexico State will have to fight this heavily down R if they want to get anything done. I wouldn't recommend peeking into it, though.
There's some peeking. It's not in the same location that you were talking about. Bravo getting attacked, but there's nothing further than that. Fall back, and the question of where New Mexico want to head from here. Have the map control to move essentially wherever they would like, but it's all heading towards B now.
Bravo again, same angle through mid, so unfortunately they're trying to hopefully to get one back, and by the skin of their teeth they're doing some damage, but just completely overwhelmed by Utah. Taking 2, so it's not the worst in terms of ecos, but still Arkansas continue there. Now this is where we'll have to see if they can get one back.
Yeah, and I think, zooming back out slightly, this was the talking point about the veto and where this thing was going was, New Mexico picking to Pearl. This, for me, is their map. They need to be successful on this map for this series to be theirs in any way, shape, or form. So, very important. Not necessarily this round per se, but in general for New Mexico State to get themselves in this thing. It would be bad news to go down big early.
Yeah, not ideal for sure. We've seen bigger comebacks previously, but the snowball has to stops some of the music bot, holding the cross down mid. You know, was able to get one back previously, but as right now, the early drone from Wi-Fi could immediately give away the position, and considering how aggressive and up they're playing, yeah, music bots seeing so they won't necessarily try to overplay their hand, but that does mean that they'll still look to back off and play sight.
I was about to say, I think Arkansas may have the read here, but it's a rotation out back the other direction, just as some audio cues given away that will turn everyone back around. So Recon and Shock Dart gonna go in order to try and delay that. Kino dismantles one. A late move as well. Would never mind. Wi-Fi somehow stole that kill from Music Bot.
Unlucky timing on that one. You get the wall back there too.
Spike planted.
They get the plants out, and oh man, the Architect knows he is in a rough spot, can't get out. But the rest of the team has cleaned up. So Wi-Fi here. We were saying how New Mexico needed to start things off strong, get one back in their hand, and this seems to be exactly where it started. The route is easily theirs. Wi-Fi could just save here to take the gun, maybe get an exit, but no one's biting.
Yeah, I think New Mexico State actually, I don't want to call it like a little bit lucky, but sort of. Hold on, Wi-Fi. How many exits are you going to be able to pick up? Just the one. I was going to say just maybe a slightly lucky situation where Arkansas kind of, okay, that's not the exits we were looking for, but they start rotating back towards B for a second there, and so they don't actually have any presence on A. And sure, they're playing retake A, but New Mexico are then able to entirely cordon them off and basically just cut off half of the site thanks to both the Sage Wall and some good smokes as well on the left-hand side. So Arkansas State weren't in a great spot, ultimately. Speaking of not a great spot just to lose your gun for free. Wi-Fi going down to the spike.
All good. Put guns in both hands, right? Might as well just buy up here if you can afford to. But for now, 2-1 on their side. Early walk up. Was up from the chamber towards A to be able to try to take the fight, and Music Bot unfortunately caught off. 2 there, ready to face him. Trying to divert some attention so instead of the full exit onto the east side for New Mexico. Trying to play 4, but they put the spars down, and they'll just skedaddle out. Notice the aggression, see the Astros around, and they don't want any fights about this too. They're watching for Rilo for the flank. Aware of it coming, he's so far deep here.
I'm wondering when they're gonna go find him. It looks like never at this point.
Yeah, he's been pretty safe. I mean, so he's just waiting for a cross. They have to be careful about it. They definitely don't know. That's the tough part. Oh, you can just find one. Wait, maybe? The angle? Ooh. They just both get out of there.
I mean,
that's fun. Yeah, I respect it. All right.
30 seconds left.
From here, 2 more taken. New Mexico State, unfortunately, caught off guard.
One enemy
Right.
remaining.
Early rotation, not able to find an entry onto the site, and fortunately with mid control given up, it means that'll be 1v3 for Luna. Cannot close it out, naturally. An impossible situation.
I actually think Rilo makes the perfectly correct call there, considering the situation that he was in. Had to gather information and get out of there, but the same was true for Luna. She's in a position where she just needs to ensure that Rilo isn't immediately going to be right behind them, so then they can actually activate on the move. The problem for New Mexico is that, well, Arkansas already has the information. They've already made the rotation. They've already committed more resources towards B, and so New Mexico State run right into the meat grinder. For some more additional fast fights or early aggression out of the defensive side, Arkansas State get Rilo 4. They're going to go farm some orbs, and in fact, Rilo just going to stick around with this thing.
And he's just far up. He's gonna take 2. Are able to find more. Oh, Kino's. Oh, he's feeling it. He's in the corner. 1 more. Disgusting from Rilo. Just 3 immediately spiked down. New Mexico State getting dismantled here at the beginning of the round.
1 enemy remaining.
Yeah, I mean, this is certainly a little bit of a painful one. Great. I mean, listen, New Mexico State, their composition definitely a little bit more of a defensive one. You're definitely looking for this defensive side to be their bread and butter, but you got to be able to survive on the offense. And right there, Arkansas taking all of the initiative. It's enough for New Mexico State to call their tactical pause. And I think this is probably a good decision. The question is, what is the next adjustment? Because I don't know that we've necessarily seen enough from Arkansas State to know what that next step should be.
I mean, it's tough, right? Because timeout call, New Mexico State has to find an identity about how they need to attack these rounds. It's been tough because they've been kind of poking, prodding early and playing the 4-1 approach. But just in the previous round, you saw how they were dry swinging into these open angles, not able to trade off one another. And it just seems like they're surprised by how aggressive Arkansas State is playing. So I think it needs to be a pullback, rethink how they want to try to play the beginning of these rounds, how they will get on site. Because once they do get on site, things go way better.
Yeah. You just have to be expecting an aggressive style from a composition like this, I think, if you're New Mexico. So that definitely a problem that they need to find a solution for. Plenty of options that we haven't yet seen. There's going to be another trio of aggression. The defense looking into mid this time.
Five walk A. Site fully open with just Creed watching the cross.
I thought Rilo could have heard that, to be honest, but I don't think that he did.
No, I mean, from here, though, they should be looking to just knife wall it to clear out. And yeah, unfortunately, though, 3 smokes down right away. Almost all the stars used to be able to get full site control, but I have to watch out for the post. We'll get the spike down. With the armor again, the cut across the site, they denied the plan, allow for the rotation for the rest of the team to come from the back. So it'd have to be a fight towards the chamber and jet over. Bravo gets one riffraff to clear up the second. And Creed, squad can't find Rilo, just zaps them, man. Ridiculous from inside. He's stuck in dugout, and Rilo is frying.
Yeah, I mean, Architect caught sleeping just a little bit, and I really want to highlight Arkansas State because I think they do a great job of understanding not only their win condition, but their opponent's win condition. You look at what they have, and they're constantly in a position where they need to pick up the site control itself. If they get the spike down, then it's probably over.
Yeah, it was a strong start, but unfortunately, I believe there's just, we're just waiting to see what might be happening here. So, we're just waiting.
Oh, hey.
The game is that. Hey, I believe our observers having some small technical issues. All good.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. We'll
I was worried I was dead there. That
honestly, I thought it was me because I wasn't saying nothing because I was like, oh well, I guess my Wi-Fi's out again. It's been weird all day.
Dude, it's been storming over near me. So
same, bro. It was literally snowing today, which it is mid-March. I am so tired of snow, man.
Dude, I live in Georgia, and we were in a situation where we got some sleep today. I've been told apparently things a little bit chaotic, so we're gonna ship this one off to a short break. Apologies for the delay. We're gonna jump into the game as soon as we get things figured out. Thank you so much for your patience. We'll be back in a moment.
This is not what I came here to find. Memories show that I'm out of time. See a shadow, don't know if it's mine, but I see you.
Sorry about that. We're all back. It's 5-2 though.
Yeah.
New Mexico State won.
I was going to mention, a little bit crazy. I'm sad that that's the round we missed because New Mexico State found a way to win on some lesser weapons.
Yeah.
Not ideal type of investment. Yeah. Arkansas State getting bested in that kind of round is a bit of a surprise. Kind of in love with this A side of New Mexico State.
But Rallo playing the same angle up. They're hyper aware of this now, though, but he has tucked in.
Oh, no.
Someone's got to shoot that. Oh, my God. Only one, though, by the end. Can't help but think if that was a judge, that is a clean-up round, though. Shot
so
card again. Yeah, just easy. But nonetheless, though, okay, look to watch the angle the Reds used to make it a 4v4, very doable.
Yeah, it's this hesitation is making Arkansas State rethink themselves, going back to re-clear information and try and get some knowledge on where the rest of the attack is actually going. But I thought New Mexico State were getting ready to re-hit A. Doesn't seem like that's necessarily their commitment. 40 seconds on this clock, and it's a move back out towards middle. If they want to go and pivot instead of anything but a split here, this is going to be tough. Just not a lot of time to actually clear out any map control, and unfortunately Creed caught making a move.
Yeah, it's you know, not bad thing. But let's see what else we can get done for them. It's a good start. Take 2 down, and just the kata for music, but Utah out not ready. But Luma that's taking the corner, the space over. And they just keep denying the plan over and over again. Once again, almost Wi-Fi caught it between two. An unlucky whiff, but it's with the force in Bravo's hands. But they're not going to let him play the angle.
Teleport's ready.
Going to cut him off at the source.
Yeah, it feels like, you know, with the tour de force, you almost just have to go in as best that you can.
Yeah.
You know, shuts him down. Honestly, I think a little bit of a confusing round for me, but New Mexico State get themselves out of it. You know, Rilo was set up in a position where, I mean, you said probably gets 5 with the judge, and I don't disagree, but probably should have gotten a little bit more. Fortunate that they're able to trade fast enough, and then they can use the res to, you know, remove that one death, get themselves back into a man-up situation, and I like the fact that they go for a split instead of just instant re-hitting on A. Catches Arkansas off guard somewhat. No. Once again, have some big ticket ultimates as well. Nightfall, of course. Cosmic Divide was talking about like win conditions before we hit that break. And for New Mexico State, I think that's definitely one of them if they can get onto the site.
Sova removed.
A great start from New Mexico, especially after a rough couple rounds, though. And this is a massively nice look. Lotus are taking a nice pick. And taking much more aggressive space as well to be more prepared for all the aggression that Arkansas has brought back. So, actually fire with fire here. I felt pushed. Nothing caught. Rather has to give up all that space. A 3v5 on the retake here. This makes it a bit tough.
Yeah, I mean, this honestly feels like Arkansas have already lost the round. And it looks to me like they have decided that as well.
Yeah, might be a save.
I think that's... listen, as unfortunate, as not fun as that call is, yeah, I think it's the right one.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. It's a... Because, I mean, I have to think over in CS land, you guys see this far too often, bro.
Don't attack me like that, because you're right.
I swear, because I'm like, dude, I swear I see every other round is like a 4-person save, bro. Which is so crazy.
All right, we're overselling. We're overselling. Oh, but...
Hey, guys, I can buy for 4 more rounds, but it's fun. Let's just save this.
New Mexico State doing a really good job of catching Sova on the re-aggression there. Arkansas State in mid, an area that they honestly haven't pushed very often. In addition to the fact that when Arkansas State have been pushing, they've been doing it together. I've been really impressed by how coordinated their pushes are, but this time it wasn't. It was just the Sova. It was just Creed walking all out there. And so, enough cash kept in the coffers to ensure another buy. That is, to be fair, the point of the save.
Kept in the what, bro?
The coffers. You never heard of that?
What's that? Oh, what's a coffer? That's a guy who's sick.
That's funny. Like COFFER? I think that's how you spell it.
That's a coffin.
No. That's COFFIN. It's where you keep money. I don't know where that word comes from, though. I'll have to do like an etymology search and let you know.
You're making up fake stuff, and that's fine. I'll let it go for now. But stop being weird, bro. Like, I just
Learning new words with Ravish.
anyways, it's again, same sort of poke and prod around A site, but we can also see just how far up they're playing again. Dog to push up Silo off the close angle, but only 2 moving. They maintain a heavy hand around mid, but have chosen not to go through it because it's trademark. Realizing that it's just would give away their position, they could potentially just shoot at it to, force some check over, maybe catch one, but trying to fake over some pressure. This should be the full exec here that they managed to push in. So deep sees Creed and a little bit late on that. Doesn't matter. Both sides covered. Bravo gone. And now they're running full exec A. They have 10 seconds. It's gotta be now. It has to be now. 6 seconds. You gotta shoot them out. EP does their job. 4 seconds to shoot this. It might be over, but they get the plant down just barely.
I mean, literally within milliseconds. That was no time to spare. Looked like it was going to be done and dusted. All that delay utility perfectly placed, especially the stars. The Pulse doing big work. So Rilo, flashback to the pistol round. Or Rilo 1v3. Gotta have to channel that energy again.
That's one.
Go.
Again, the isolations. New Mexico cannot afford to give these up. They have the cross this time, so Luno not necessarily giving that up, and there we go. Finds it finally. No 1v1s this time. New Mexico State tied up.
I really think New Mexico State has done a phenomenal job of recovering this half. This looked, funny enough, right when we were, having that tech issue, it looked like things were getting a little bit bleak for them. But they pull off a thrifty in that round, and from that point on, it has just been a recovery of massive proportions, 4 rounds in a row. And that one, I mean, the fact that they're finding out where the trademark is in round 9, I would have considered that a problem, but not an issue. We're going to see a level of aggression we've yet to see, though, from Arkansas State on this eco round. Luna's in. She's ready. But how ready?
Pretty ready, brother.
Ooh,
Better
yeah.
triple with a flick, the 4K. Oh! Almost had it. Just an incredible play there. He's so low, too, man. What are they gonna do? Now, bear in mind, this is a save as well, too. So, I mean, them getting some damage is ideal, but a 2v4, yeah, this looks.
This is what they call cooked, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yep, that's about what it was. And now I think you gotta turn the tide of this conversation, because I'm talking about how this is New Mexico State's map. This has got to be where they deliver the goods. And I think Luna's in with a little bit of a slower start. She's really recovered, picking up the pace significantly. Rilo being limited in comparison to what he was doing at the beginning, and those aggressive maneuvers that were so effective for Arkansas State are no longer working and or aren't being done as a unit, not together. A beautiful recovery, and 6 rounds on the attack side already feels pretty good, considering this is such a defensive comp.
Exactly that. So let's see with Arkansas if they can tie it up on 6 rounds in a row once they were able to take. So not playing that aggressive early, but they're choosing to fight up on A with 3 rounds, stacking the site. Sort of what we've seen in previous rounds, but this time not necessarily overplaying their hand, playing the exits. They get the side up, but they know it. They've been flanked by Arkansas. Suddenly Music Bot seeing it, still takes the fight. Brian Lowe gone, huge pick. Now A side is in trouble.
Not going to pull the trigger on that just yet. New Mexico State waiting out the smoke, and with that, Riff Raff will open the door. Wi-Fi delivers 1, so Creed gonna have to do some magical efforts here. Hunter Fury potentially to deny the plant.
Yeah. Res back as well too, so they're just playing up against 5. They have the knives
They're
from Jet
leaving. They're
DB.
leaving.
I mean, they get 1. Yeah, wait, yeah. There's just it's full rotates over.
Lunatic has the
line
cutoff.
enough.
This is actually a big deal. Trying to rotate back in, going to be annoying for the defense of Arkansas State.
The Pedestrian State to find the Benai's ready to just go ahead and find the cross. Wait for the rest of them to come in. Wall is not here just yet, so won't have it.
10 seconds left.
But
Spike planted.
10 seconds left to get the spike down and still.
Oh, that's
Architective.
it's an interesting decision. Sacrifice it just in order to actually get the spike planted.
You gotta respect it. They had no time to get to these late exits. Unfortunately killing them. The big from Creed. A big shot there. Too little then. Stuck on sight. Not able. Who?
EP's on.
Find one.
EP holding.
TP1. Creed there for the angle. They're just holding it the entire time. They tie it up.
Beautiful retake. Wonderful coordination. I mean, the double swing there in heaven was absolutely massive. Lovely stuff out of New Mexico State. They get that rotation in, or excuse me, Arkansas. New Mexico State rotating out. I think that's a little bit overplaying their hand. They did all the work to essentially full take the A site. And I don't know what causes their rotation other than the fact that Lunazen was in a good position to potentially have like that exit avenue. But when you leave what you've got, that doesn't mean that, you know, what you're going to get in the future is always going to be perfect. And they walked into that B site with limited time, maximum exposure, and with lots of Arkansas ultimates to deal with too.
A pistol win here would be quite nice for either side, but especially for New Mexico, who just gained some wind back in their sails. Dub on the board, snowball again, but Arkansas, on the other hand, failed themselves. We saw how aggressive they're playing on the defensive side, so them playing far up forward, trying to take every single duel possible, fits them just nicely.
Yeah, this is both compositions in their natural habitat, if you will.
Ready and waiting. Easy first pick for him.
That's caused a big rotation. They were about to pull the trigger on this B hit, but no. Between that and the information and map control that Silva has maintained, they're going to sprint back over to A.
Long rotate over. I see that Nongshim bundle in his hand. I respect it.
30 seconds left.
But so the fast lane up. Unizim pinged out. Unlucky and oh, Keanu. I've got a cheeky pick. Not gonna happen. And oh, that's tragic. 2 left for New Mexico, and might be 1 after this one. Yes, it is.
So much for recon.
Architect can do what he can, but might not be lucky enough though. 8 with the final. Arkansas, grab a pistol.
Big fan of that execute. I think that Arkansas State getting a massive amount of information just by that investigation out mid from MusicBot. When he goes down and there's no reaction, there's no other aggressive stand for the defense, Arkansas State just have their pick of where they want to go, group up, and unfortunately, Wi-Fi couldn't post up anything in the defense. There's just a lot going right there for Arkansas State in the duels.
Here.
Oop, hello.
That's a okay. Quick little peek out.
You know, that's just to poke your head up.
Yeah. See what's going on outside. It's like checking to see if it's snowing. It's always snowing.
I mean, bro was kind of in the trenches of like World War II there, actually, though.
Yeah, are we still fighting? Yep.
Yep.
Close angles playing around mid to see if they can find any sort of signaling towards Art, but Bravo. Because of this, the space and the timing here. Clutch. No one's seen the use the util to clear out riffraff. Whereas the back of the site is completely flooded, and works out really well. Really nice coordination there.
Spike down.
Inteo and Neon take the space, but it's a bonus, so you expect it.
Spike planted.
New Mexico
That-
just trying to pick up scraps.
This is really the power of all of this initiation utility that
Exactly.
Arkansas State have on their composition. You know, you're talking about everything can be set up perfectly between, you know, the smokes, and you can also move people around with that too,
Yeah.
with the pull. So you're so uncomfortable, and that's obviously against, you know, an eco. New Mexico State didn't have an investment, but
Gun here.
might be a little vision of what could be to come. Definitely want to see a little bit more from Riffraff as an individual.
Yeah. I mean, nice. I mean, Riffraff's been having a tough go of it so far, but this is like, you know, Jet on Pro, right? Especially when you're playing an off-meta duelist in the meta that has rewarded fast-paced gameplay, quick dashes in, and movement abilities that Jet may not maintain becomes a bit harder, but early wall up, Luno's and just protect themselves and barricaded completely, and both slow orbs.
Yeah, I mean
I know.
they've just panic thrown everything at that. That is a key indicator for Arkansas State that they can probably get a ton of utility out of this defense early if they
Yeah.
just put up the pressure a bit.
Yeah, they can just bide their time until wall goes down. They have a minute and 10 seconds.
Revealing area.
So they keep their interest, but instead they're gonna choose to ash their head in, run all the way through. Keanu's dead. And a second one they're waiting on towards the back of the sights. Being that Sage, but not gonna get out of there though. That's a nice pick. Luno's just taking two for free, giving it back to the opponents. He's about hoping to get one. Unluckily, can't close it out though, but the rest of the team's on top of it.
Oh
They know
my.
this is a crucial round, and Luno's in, doing their damage. You mentioned that he was that duelist for them, and he's showing up and showing out here.
She's doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, phenomenal stuff from them.
She can't
Love
be
that.
stopped.
Oh, impressive, Luna.
I do want to point out that I feel like Arkansas State maybe got a little ahead of themselves, like more aggressive than they needed to be, and part of the reason for that is that they didn't have any control outside of main, and that, you know, main is an important piece of the post, but it's not the place to be. There's weaknesses there. You can easily be cordoned off just by one piece of utility, and so they wanted to push a little bit further forward, but that was their undoing. Luna Zen, she just dominated. Maybe it's Riffraff's turn.
Could be. I mean, you seen it happen. Ooh, big Armageddon, a complete flood. Vassal on the side as well too, and they just maintain the space that they want to take as well to move towards the back of the site. No one even sees Rilo Wi-Fi. Take them all, flanked and sandwiched quickly. Arkansas State
Spike planted.
clean on the execution to snowball off their ultimate. Now Luna, what can she do here? That's one concuss though.
Enemy remaining.
Shockball landing in time. Keanu, one more shockball, but taking the bend. Oh, the crouch. I thought he had it, but it's not to be. New Mexico State, keep it coming.
kind of crazy for Kino to get away with that. It's just because they flood so fast. It's actually the reason that Arkansas State get caught off multiple times. Rilo backhaul is trying desperately to like deploy utility, trying to deploy the stun initially there, and just gets caught with the utility out in hand. Frustrating moment, and that continues even as the stun is effective. Trade, sure, Lunazen goes down, but Mexico State really take advantage of an Arkansas that weren't really ready to set up that post plant, even as their execute proper was beautiful.
Oh, that though. Ooh, quick first peek, but liking what they've been doing there. Oh, yo,
my
that
goodness.
was nice. Rilo peek back and forth, and has the support of his teammates. But Keanu's so nice, man. How does he keep doing it? It's hero play after hero play for both of these squads.
Kino doing a great job.
Wi-Fi.
They haven't seen her.
Come on. Hit the cross. You don't know. You don't know. Now they saw her though. Ah! Overplayed their hand. Had the two lined up. Just could not close it. That is unlucky.
Yeah, I don't really think that's on Wi-Fi. I think more correct than incorrect. Needed to get probably more than one.
Yeah.
But in the attempt to go for everything, gets nothing, and that is always a painful realization as New Mexico State inch their way forward. And this hasn't gone the way that we anticipated with regard to like New Mexico State's composition. You know, they are a defensive comp, but it's not been about like slow, drawn out rounds that, you know, come down to like a lot of utility defending against a site execute. Arkansas have gotten access when they want it. And I really credit Arkansas's snappy decision-making and quick executes. They have been so fast. When they decide they're going to go, they're there. It's instant.
The timeout call to me is a little bit interesting for New Mexico, considering they just won 2 rounds in a row as well. And they've been able to, you know, come on top of a lot of what Arkansas has been doing. But, you know, bear in mind, it's also been off the back of a lot of 3v5s and just massive heroics taken by the Keen or Luna who've cleaned up. So it's, you know, maybe a sort of call to themselves, or maybe one of them has to be. Both are possible.
You know, I'd like to think there's some sort of genius going on right here.
You think so?
I didn't say that. I just said I'd like to think. Who knows?
Ever the
Somebody's got to be.
Thanks, man.
I play my role. You know, it's a team effort here on the desk.
Nowhere to run.
Yeah, people don't know this is a team game too.
Not wrong, brother. Not wrong.
That's a Hunter's Fury that gets nothing. Sort of going fishing for that one was Arkansas State. And now giving away a lot of presence towards the A site. I feel like EP is sort of the snake in the grass in this round. Could potentially pull rotates. Meant to be putting out... I mean, to call it a fake is inaccurate, but sort of a half-hearted fake of sorts.
Might be able to see it though. You know, quick to playing beautifully around those boxes. But I can't unfortunately close it. I did not think Wi-Fi would beat them. That's
30 seconds
kind of
left.
sick. Look at you continue the momentum. Well, the final one. Clear out dugout. The one more scene. Wi-Fi cleans it up. A 3v3 on site. Spike goes down, and the rest of the team converges on.
So Cosmic Divide here as well. EP locking down player in art. So that's good post-plant positions. The Nightfall activated. Here's the Blades as well to follow that up.
There.
Gee, you see the jump spot onto just one though. So Architect is maintaining their distance as the smoke goes down. Allowing the posture to get half though. There's one. The overdrive. Can they do it? Rilo. No, too low. A target a bit too far. EP just won. Can she? Oh my God, the clutch repeat.
People, come on now.
Beautiful work from EP. Needed to be so mobile in this round. You know, the power of getting everything in position as that Astra used all the stars. Didn't have a lot for the post plant. Could have gotten caught up in maybe putting down a cosmic divide or something else, but has trust in the Neon to just take the fight, win that. And even though they don't, EP can deliver. Critical moment that EP had in that round is taking back art control. Without art, that round is over. Arkansas State lose. No questions asked. But instead, they eke out a win thanks to EP. Step up for a 9th round. Keep this in tied station. And New Mexico State left somewhat stunned.
I mean, we've been talking about the heroics from these teams, and especially from New Mexico State, and finally Arkansas gets to have their fill of that too. I expect it. It's a big and necessary play from their end to keep themselves in the game, or else that could have been a push snowball over towards 11 or even the map close. New Mexico, but a 9-9 scoreline, so not what production was initially predicting.
They got it wrong? Dude, how could they get it wrong when they have the script?
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
That's
Sometimes,
dude, they need to get it together.
you just can't trust people who click buttons, bro.
It seems simple,
And tall
but
people. You can't trust them either.
that's true.
Yeah. Because what are they hiding? That this will tell you.
This is a rare that we've seen such a direct commitment on a gun round for Arkansas State. 4 towards B, they've rarely had presence here. But remember the execute with the Armageddon. It was so good.
Early pain concussed paw. Bucky not gonna matter. One. Take it right away. Quick swing to the side, but Bastard won't help him. Just one. Those spikes still dropped. Not for much longer as the rest of them clean up on sight. A save round after all these. It's a bit unlucky for New Mexico, but the back and forth economy not helping their case. And Luno's end again. That's what, dude, how far does that hit?
That's what I was actually just wondering. Like, what are we doing? That's crazy.
That's kind of nasty. Wait.
Oh, I don't love that wall.
This is the Bucky for her. So
Okay, I love this wall. Never mind.
I'm down.
No,
but
go
they
slug
have the
mode. Go
process.
slug mode. Come on.
Yeah. No. Come on. It's oh, she doesn't see. Yeah. See, if that was a Bucky, she probably got one.
I don't disagree. The reason I was saying don't love that wall, mostly because it's clear then where you're going. You're just going the back way around every time. But I also want to highlight that Arkansas State used a lot of restraint in that round. I know that they understand it's an eco of sorts, but I think, it wouldn't have been unreasonable to commit, at least 1 or 2 of those ultimates, but they don't. Hold on to all of them for now potentially this round, which is the impact round. I mean, this round can decide the game, especially if Arkansas State win it.
Me personally, I think it's never too bad to commit, personally. That's what I'm at. But that's
Down B.
the first couple. Hoping they probably get one pick, but unfortunately,
Ooh, wow.
Alshot's landing 2 go down quickly. Arkansas
The
reading the
repush here for New Mexico. Astra walks right back through art as soon as the Sova picks up that kill in middle. The flank is coming fast.
Ooh. Res back up though. Necessary one to make sure that they stay in the game here, but quickly and efficiently New Mexico State. Volley back and forth. The Astra wall should be enough for Arkansas to be able to get the plant down, but they're not committing to the site. None of them push in. The spike isn't down. They have 40 seconds. They've got to make a play.
ASU think that they have more map control than they do. They think that there's a question about where this is headed, but no, New Mexico State knows exactly what's going down.
Yeah, they've just stayed and firm on side, especially so now with this, they've got 20 seconds as desperation calls now. They've got to commit. Rhino need to get to them, and unfortunately just one. Oh, and he clean up the rest. And now suddenly, the impossible becomes probable. A 2v1 spike is down, and it's Keanu again.
Look at the health.
Oh, they're so low. It could be a collapse.
Barely anything. But they separated. This is a beautiful crossfire setup. Kino has all the utility. Already deployed.
They probably clear every single angle for them to make their way in. Bravo doesn't know where the rest of them are. The 2 EP as well. They're ready for the trade. They're swing out. Easy seen one. Now they know where they're at. Kino has got to survive. Time not on their side. Swing around though. They're playing with Kino. They're toying with them, and just one and Bravo to finish it off.
ASU win that round, and with that, they win control of this map. It's not just about the lead, it's about New Mexico State investing heavily into that. They are cash flow negative. They are in the red right now. They have nothing left. It is Bucky Central, which ain't a bad place to be, but you know, I personally would have been preferring Vandal Street, but don't have the cash for that. No creds.
Yeah, this is a...
And they still have the Armageddon too. I forgot.
I Tour de Force also popped so early, and I mean, I respect that it's popped on a save round. I just want to remove them from play as efficiently as possible without losing as few people, because you know their ego isn't the greatest. It's fine.
It's aight.
It's aight. Yeah. Yeah. The Haunts really mid shot out though, so they maintain their positions. No push-ups here. Now, Arkansas, are you gonna give us another 20-second exec here, guys?
I mean, Arkansas State clearly expecting something more aggressive on a round without a ton of economy. And I don't think that's unreasonable at all. But when you look at the complexion of this composition, that is very difficult to do here.
Mm-hmm. They're a gift. New Mexico showed a propensity to actually stay back in a lot of these state rounds too. You can see 2 rounds ago where they in fact, you know, held their angles and held close with these Buckies and Bandits, right? And then play for a retake where they could. And out here, they pulled their rotations. That's a util down. A side wide open, and they get a free plant off this.
Again, not overcommitting. Gonna keep trying to deny this plant, but Wi-Fi will eventually get it down. Deep control as well for the attackers. This is round over, should be.
That's 1 and 2 for Creed. Easy enough. Unlucky on the angles. He hasn't been able to do a lot with that tour de force, but finally finishes off the pick. Wait, hold on. Wait. Why are the 3 dead? Wait, yo, hello?
Oh, no.
Bravo. What? Are you kidding me, man? What happened?
I genuinely don't know. I feel like somehow Arkansas State lost track of Architect within... genuinely no clue. I mean, it's just weaving in and out there of the Cosmic Divide. That is mind-blowing. It's an eco. They had everything going for them. Arkansas State. What a fumble. A 1v4. And essentially handed to Architect those last 2.
Overconfident against the save and just getting kind of domed, honestly.
And that breaks the Arkansas State economy. Everything is off. There's no... These bets that we made before, fake. But, you know, they're gone. Gotta rewrite the rules.
I mean, they're gonna just try to just get whatever they can here. 11 seems to be in the cards for New Mexico. After a huge thrifty win.
Unless...
Bravo gets 1. That's a good start on the open angle.
They're still so far away. New Mexico State taking forever to actually get this rotation.
Yeah, they look to rush down B here. As they are fully on site.
And they've got upgrades.
There.
Rilo. Scenes this time. As one able to trade. Seized up though. One, but unfortunately stopped shooting. And not able to take the second. Even the trade angle not taken away. Fall, they've got to play for this. He's one away.
Armageddon too.
Can't use that yet.
They know it's a fake. Armageddon not used just yet. The double tap. They've got to commit to this. They're gonna Gus also not push down. Sees one. And they're just stopping them where they can. EP! May not need to close it, but Wi-Fi does. And a thrifty for thrifty.
I'm a big fan of a deal. I love to get out to thrift stores, but dude, that's a lot of thrifting for me. Arkansas State getting away with murder on that site. New Mexico, I mean, they were so far away and the reactions were just so slow. The poor A defenders are like screaming into the mic, help, help, I need support, and then no one is on the way. Oh, that is painful. New Mexico State, now the ones on the back foot. 0-0.
This is an insane state to be in if you're New Mexico. A full 5-stack on A. And they're just gonna wait on Arkansas. They're just gonna chill, bro. They know they don't gotta make any noise. They can just wait around. And as the walnut pop smokes now walk in.
I mean, they're not even gonna... I was gonna say, I don't even think they're gonna blow all of their ultimates here on the NECC.
Rilo. Scoping around. Sees Luno. Yeah, that trade angle ready.
They still got the Hunter's Fury. Still got the Armageddon. Yeah. This should be over. That's the math. How does it come out?
So? I mean, Rilo stuck in the corner. EP goes up by R to take two more. And like you're saying, Vincent, it's written in the cards at this point. No 1v4s. They've got everything they need to shut them down. And they're not even gonna use it. Drones in. Red Frog gets one with the blade storm. There's the Armageddon to clear and push them all off. Architect knows it's cooked. He's gonna fight to the last breath. That's Arkansas. Safe Pearl.
Arkansas State. I mean, some missteps there. I mean, that thrifty probably shouldn't have happened realistically, but then they're able to bounce back in the same direction. Some mistakes occur, and it leads to Arkansas taking Pearl. And if you remember back to when we talked about this veto, Ravish, the takeaway, it was Pearl has to be New Mexico State's. Has to be. And here we are, 13-10 to Arkansas.
Yeah, a rough go of it so far, but I must say, an extremely close game overall. So I'm excited to see what may come up next, though, as you look at the stats sometimes. It's I mean, not too Rilo on their side, right? You know, 4K to start it off, but EP under the scoreboard not doing too bad. 21-15 on the Astra. Okay. Nice stuff here, but, you know, every single member committing here across the board. On the other end, Luna, expected, right? Big plays from her, some huge clutches, but we'll see if that can continue. And what more might be in store. We have Abyss up next on the NECC. Y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome on back here, always to the NECC. I'm Rapture Amateur here, by the way, Vincent, as we saw a effectively very close and really fun game between Arkansas and New Mexico State. Now, although the curse wasn't real, but the winner definitely was shown by Prod, so maybe they do have the script.
Maybe they just got, the stat line a little bit mixed up. Happens to the best of us, I think that's definitely possible. I think my perspective coming into this, Arkansas State, they're 4-1 on the season, doing a little bit better than New Mexico State, and I think expected to win this on paper, but I think the question was whether or not Pearl would go their way. I could have seen a world where they just banned it outright, elected to go towards a bind. Not the case, but Abyss has been good. I mean, this is, granted, it goes both ways, but Abyss has been a solid map here for Arkansas. I mean, the only team that they lost it to was John Brown. They played it 3 times otherwise. And whilst I would consider it to be a relatively strong map for New Mexico State, they played it twice, lost it once, won it once. So I feel like this is where probably is the end of the line for this series, is Arkansas taking it into. That's what I'm seeing. I'm in the crystal ball. That's what I'm looking at, Ravish.
I think you might be cooking there, brother, because considering what we've seen so far, it might be still back and forth, but Abyss is a weird map, man. Look, they made it better. I still hate it personally, but I think if we will probably see more of the same, right, in terms of the Astras and Neons, right? But on the other end for New Mexico, I think, I liked what we saw initially, right? That second half just seemed so clean, but what worked for them the best, though, was that they were playing much more forward, a bit more aggressive, and not willing to take space and meet Arkansas head on. So just catch them off guard completely, which I think is another great strike, especially on Abyss, where map control and just flank angles can be everything to shut out a team.
Yeah, I'm really glad that you bring that up, because I think that the thing that turned the tide in that map of Pearl was specifically EP and the lurking. I think the fact that there was multiple rounds where EP is coming late arts, or getting key information towards middle when they were looking to actually hit B. Those were moments where I think that the game was turned by an individual, and I think that becomes even more true with the speed with which you can facilitate those faster flanks on this map specifically.
Exactly. So, and I'm excited to see more of that too as we go along towards the rest of the game, right? But unless for now, though, we'll wait to see what Abyss has in store as we go forward in this so far. But for now, though, I was waiting to get into the game in just a minute or so. I was waiting around. But as we look towards you here, Vincent, I gotta wonder and ask, man. This is been fun so far. Is it nice coming back here? Is it nice seeing 40,000 things happening on your screen?
Oh yeah, it always is.
All at once, yeah.
Dude, it's only been like 4 months, okay? I've only been gone for a little bit.
No, you left us. You've changed, man.
Whoa!
You changed.
Same guy.
You're different now.
Same guy.
No. You left. You changed. You're out here going to award shows, wearing suits, hanging out with Mark.
True. True.
Yeah,
that was a good time.
Yeah, I like Mark. He's cool.
We had fun. Oh man, I feel like listen, I could be here being in a suit. I did that last year. What was that? May? Sometime. Yeah. Whatever Nationals was.
Sure you could, but it's not the same. It's not the same. You're different now. Right?
You go to one award show and they say you change.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed. Indeed you have, man. It's tough though, but we'll look to get into it. But I mean, we were talking about it before though. The game previously, so back and forth, and genuinely really impressive from both these sides, right? It's both teams putting up phenomenal numbers. I'm even taking that EPL Yastra was second frag too. Bro's you're taking consistent amounts of duels early on, finding control, double, triple kill. Shout out, bro. And,
yeah.
It's nice.
I really think that the like late situations from EP were really good. I also, just in general, think Rilo needs to be highlighted for Arkansas. Kept them in that map early. There was some times where it looked like probably things were going to go wrong, and yet Rilo was able to keep them alive. Think back to the clutches. Rilo had one of those, but then Architect with a couple of big clutches as well. You're right. The back and forth nature of that, I didn't anticipate anyone being able to be the X factor. Literally, pick an individual, and I think that they were able to be the X factor. Kino had a clutch in there. Like I'm literally going through the list, and I'm like, yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Like that's how up in the air some of these rounds were.
Yeah, exactly that. And so, truly, anything can change on a dime. We saw heroics on both these sides, doubles and triples, and unfortunate whiffs from many a player. But I think going into this game as well, too, right? Abyss, you're going to need to be sharp. You're going to be clean. You're going to need to flank consistently. And you're going to need some crisp aim. Remember, guys, this is a shooting game. So if you just shoot them before they shoot you, you would just win. That's really all there's to it.
He's a genius, and I don't know why you haven't gotten a professional coaching opportunity yet. Are they on the line? Have they picked up the phone or what?
Dude, I could save Sentinels. I could save them, man. They need me out there, bro.
Listen, they need someone, and I'm willing for it to be you.
Yeah, I could save Sentinels, or I could save Spirit, bro. Either one, I'm down for.
I appreciate that you're swinging for the fences. There's no small job here.
Yeah,
but we do have the lock in as well. Going to continue seeing things on the chamber. You know what I'm actually interested in seeing a little bit more from? I think Riff Raff. I got to see a little bit more in general from this duelist. I think for New Mexico State, there was opportunities there, but it wasn't consistent enough. And that's, listen, I just talked about how individuals were stepping up left, right, and center, and I think that's true. But if you're on that duelist, and I think Riff Raff has a high standard, I think that standard wasn't quite met on map number 1.
Exactly that, right? And I think the Jet and Abyss is a perfectly valid. We see a quite a decent amount. Would have loved a Waylay here. Waylay here goes so hard, but we're going out of comfort here naturally. So we'll see what the game has in store for us. The Jet Yoru, though, something, of course, seen quite a decent bit. On the other end, double smokes. New Mexico State, a lot more control on the defensive side. Gonna need to see a strong start here from them as you get on in.
Dude, they're sprinting, and jeez, it's so fast. New Mexico State. Rilo. I thought Bravo was Rilo for a second. I was like, when did bro shoot? Didn't, actually. Update. Music bot, though, I was gonna say step onto the site, but a quick rendezvous away before any sort of shots can be fired. Important map control to be maintaining up here.
Spike planted.
We'll see the quick first. Fortunate Riff Raff. Not able to find his, and now for Arkansas. Plant in, easy site take, and now he's gonna fight things out. All right, boys, let's brawl. We'll take a first initial. That dart is so big, man. Literally just brings up the entire team. And Arkansas is like, oh, that's where y'all are. Bam, bop, bop, bop.
Yeah, I'll be taking huge darts for 500, please. Can I get that one? Yeah, massive information plays. And I mean, Arkansas State, I feel like it's just, listen, it's a little bit of obviousness is obvious, but they see so much of New Mexico State sprinting at them in a man, and they're like, well, we could always just go B. And that is indeed a pretty good strategy. Run the direction the other team is not. How's that for simple, coach?
Yeah. I was waiting to get the joke. Be like, yeah, this is, you're right. That's some solid John Madden analysis there, brother. Yeah.
Do people know about John Madden these days? Other than the game,
but
do they know who he actually is?
I don't think so. If I'm being honest, especially
that
if
guy's
you don't watch football. Yeah, dude. one of the one of the greatest actual commentators of all time. That guy dropped bangers. Like, man, if they get the ball in the end zone, that's a touchdown. Like, riff raff. Oh no, oh brother. Ouchies. No, look, you probably was gonna win, but that still hurts. Oh, this is so good. Yeah. I mean, notice the direction. Arkansas cleans up. Easy enough and a flawless to boot as well.
Yeah, how about nothing at all on your eco picked up there for New Mexico State? Like I was highlighting. I mean, just to kind of touch back on it, you know, to be a stat line Stanley, right? This is an abyss that Arkansas State played 4 times. They lost to the #1 team, John Brown University, in this division. They're undefeated. It's the only abyss they lost. In comparison, New Mexico State lost this abyss the one time they played it to sort of a sister team, actually, this Arkansas State roster. It's Arkansas State Mountain Home, a different part of the Arkansas State University system. Mm-hmm. I went deep. Don't ask why. I just had a little extra time.
Yeah, you just, I mean, I respect it. Yeah, you showed up prepared, ready to go, talking about the university system.
Oh, yeah.
You sound like a salesman who wants to pitch the software.
You want to go to Arkansas State? We got you.
Yeah, I mean, not just yet, but Luna. Finally finds her first. Bravo now deep in. A 4v4. Plampton yet again. These quick executes from Arkansas, man, are just so clean. And with an astronaut there for the post plan, no smokes, it makes it a bit tougher. That Clove's going to have to do. Outside of working out Luna to try to get the mid alongside the flashes.
Yeah, and I mean, without any kills as well, there's like no ultimates to speak of either for the defense. Zen doing what she can, but I mean, now she's all alone. At least at the overheal, there's something to be said about this. HP low for Wi-Fi, but she's got the Hunter's Fury. Doesn't ever have to peek.
Damn, this is rough. She's got to play post plan. Luna said no. She's just got to stick, and it's not happening, man. A valiant effort, though, on their gun round, but Arkansas continue their attacking. That's the tough part, right? It's a base, Vincent, so they've just got to survive the blunt force until they can get anything done on the second half.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I just feel like that's not going to be good enough. We talked about that as a possibility back on Pearl, you know, just because of the way the compositions were set up. Well, that didn't exactly work out, even though I think New Mexico State did a really good job of getting involved on their offense. I think they need more than that for this defense. Another ridiculously aggressive attack, 3 into main, and Arkansas State just sit there and wait, mow them down.
Two again, though, left around for New Mexico. Looking to just take some scraps down, if anything, put some economic damage on Arkansas.
Spike planted.
Not a lot they can do here. Keto heroic praise previously, trying to get anything done, but
Gun here.
that gun diff a bit too big. Music will just try to take an exit.
You're right about the gun diff, no doubt, but I think it's more than that. New Mexico State need to be a little bit more creative in these types of rounds. Like, they just essentially ran back the pistol. Arkansas State had, you know, way more presence and more weaponry, as you were highlighting. Mow them down. Nice to at least keep the Phantom in hand for Music Bot. And I love this tac pause. Some might be calling this early. I'm calling it just right. Got to find a way to manufacture. If you're going to be aggressive like that, it needs to have more setup. There needs to be something there. I mean, from my perspective, anything additional to set up that fight would have been better. But, Doesn't have to be that. It could be somewhere else. It's mostly been A main though, where they've been pushing.
Yeah, and I think this is a. It's got to be here, right? Because if they lose this 20 on the buy round, they're gonna be snowballed and caught consistently again in that ping pong economy. Makes it rough. A possible 6-0 half from New Mexico, something they desperately don't want to be under. But like you're saying, this it's kind of just the change they need to have here, where they could look to play for full retake, right? They don't have to necessarily play on the open angle.
What's the
3-2 or stack of sight? But
what's the orbs looking like? Like what's the ult charge here?
We can find out here. If we can
tab
press
real
tab
fast.
real quick, see what's going on.
Don't know. Well, you hate to see that.
Cutting through.
That's awesome. This is good. This is really good for me.
Well, that's ridiculous. Oh my gosh. This is Arkansas State. I'm just going to walk by it. Get themselves into the V-bomb site. And oh my goodness.
You could try to laugh a little bit last night.
planted.
It shows.
No, I can't. They just pushed A again.
Oh my god, dude. I thought that would have been a sick 2 minimum, but EP up top, because you try to get more. You watch it, there's a bunch of footsteps, there's a bunch of trade angles. Pop that, he's about with 2. A 2v2 suddenly.
Hunter's Fury is the backup plan for Arkansas State.
One enemy
Playing on
remaining.
side, the question now, though, the tough part of the time, just quick flip over music, but can he complete it? He realizes it's a lost cause. Will just choose to save. Gun gets away. Will manage to keep his
Teleport's broken.
a heroic play, but unfortunately one they can't close.
Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned for New Mexico State because I praise them taking that tack pause. I think it's the right call, but they took a full minute to talk things over, and they came to, you know what? Actually, we don't need 3 players pushing him in. We need 4. And in this case, that's not actually that crazy because the additional player there, I think, was Architect. So that could have made a significant difference because I said they needed to get something set up. But Arkansas State just sprint over to B and, well, have the site for free. That's not a gun round type of move.
No, but this is interesting though, is they'll just choose to just kind of aggress through and walk past walls and smokes. Try to take A here. It's a triple stack as they've taken mid control here as well, so they realize they're being sandwiched in. They don't see it. Creed, beautiful from him and the team. Distract the front and take the back. They had no idea about that flank.
It's
Nice
beautiful.
set play there. Yeah.
They found my trap.
Easy bot again alongside Kid. But this time, might not be able to save the Phantom. Ooh, okay, hey, I like that. They're just trying to save, man. Gotta keep the gun, bro. Ooh,
They're everywhere right now.
Yeah, they don't want to die for this cause here, unfortunately. Riley should be able to see this.
Enemy remaining.
Yeah, that's one. Second, try to fight it. Yeah, retake not unfortunately available.
Yeah, New Mexico State, they're just suffering from we gotta win rounds itis, and that's what that is. Even when, you know, the 2 remaining members walking in nearly unwinnable, 2v4, all these kinds of things. They're looking at that scoreboard and they're thinking, well, I mean, we got to do something. But
Hold on, look at this though. They almost have every single ultimate up here.
and it's taken round 7, unfortunately. And
Yeah,
that kind of goes to show the problem in general for New Mexico State. More than anything, you know, we've been talking tactics a lot, but on an individual level, they're also struggling. You know, 2 different people on just the one singular frag at this point.
No peeking.
I think got around here once again, which they've got to look to cement this place in. They got to get something done. We knife managed to caught one, be the Astro down mid. Luna, ooh, barely misses the angle. Backs off, they're not going to reach out to fight. But realize again that mid pressure ever so present. They get one tag, 3 you're down. Riffraff didn't stand a chance. Tagged up, shot down, A side again under control, but there's a lot of members here from New Mexico State. Kiana going down is great, but they still have Tour de Force and the res. Luna, you can do something.
I don't think it's enough. I mean, Luna's in gonna bring back, but instantly dismissed again. Everybody gets involved in that for Arkansas State. What a beautiful little execute too. I mean, it's simple. Owl drone over the top, you nail the dart and then follow that up with the Hunter's Fury just to lock down the site. Then the stars are all in place. So the smokes go up to cover off tower as well as the back security. Like, it is just beautifully handled. Arkansas State, I mean, they are looking supreme on this map. And I mean, this is the reason, Ravish, that I said it's got to be Pearl or it's probably not anything in this series for New Mexico State.
Yeah, they just look out of their depths, right? They've just been caught up every single time. Arkansas has really nice set strats here, right? Sick plays being able to control the map, and they just shooting, man. Like, there's no other ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, they've got their numbers so consistently.
They're also just like finding sites for free too often. It's another one of those rounds where New Mexico State are just playing a death ball almost. And I know it's an eco, but it's very tough for that to be a successful strategy.
I'm going to get one here though. Ooh. That's too quickly. Wait, suddenly this is a lot more doable. He's about finding one. Bravo needs to get two there to actually even things up. I gotta play post plants. A good flash. And second more ticking. They block out Wi-Fi phones 3. The gravular delay is just enough. And EP. The util to save them. No way they lose that. I thought they had it, man.
I mean, they didn't have guns. I really think that they get a lot of value out of Arkansas State just being a little bit laissez-faire with their positioning. They're kind of messing around, hanging out, having a good time. And anyway, let me derail immediately. Dude, they have a full house. 10 kills on 3, 4 kills on the other 2. That's sick. They could win a poker hand like that. Can you tell I have like ADHD?
Let's play.
No.
Okay, good.
I mean, I don't know if you even. I don't know how many people watching have ever played poker. I'll be honest.
I don't know. Poker's pretty popular.
Easy bot. It's the clone. Passes EB out of there. A gun round again in 8-4 half is an ideal stance. It has to start here. Cannot. Riffraff just can't get anything going. 2 more now. Music bot stepping up to the plate once again. 3 picks. Another massive round has to be shut down. His Wi-Fi to do it finally. Probably get on the cross. They see Kino. They're gonna ping him out. Delay tactics. He takes the fight. Ryler, Akita, LeBron, and Kobe hand in hand.
Yeah, it's beautiful work from ASU. They are not stopping, not stalling. And you know, I talked about how long it took for New Mexico State to get themselves even some ultimates, but you can tell that they don't have really like a plan for those at all. If they wanted to play aggressive, they don't use them aggressively. It feels like they've over adjusted. You know, before they were playing too aggressive. Now they're playing, I would consider, a little bit too passive. Letting Arkansas State take all the initiative. Even that null command doesn't get any value on the retake, unfortunately. Here we go again.
Yeah, this is
same play.
full exec, dart in, dash up top. Smoke on both sides. Heaven and back, so that means they just, once again,
Spike
full
planted.
control. Clean exec on site. Keanu finally this time the match to get one toward the back. Creed pushing through. There's the wall. So they can use it to cut off towards the back of the sites. And cutting off the half will allow them to actually make their way in. 3P finds this. What is this timing? Bravo takes both?
One enemy remaining.
That's insane! You just shuts them all down within a matter of seconds! How would he do that?
Where even was Bravo? Like, it's crazy. I mean, two are pushing there from tower and get caught, but the pivot back to security, I'm pretty sure. And all while the Hunter's Fury comes down, locks down 2 players. 2 players get caught in the Hunter's Fury. That is just prime placement from Wi-Fi. She's delivering multi-kill after multi-kill. Nothing has gone wrong here. Not a bit. New Mexico State. I mean, you talked about, like, surviving this defense. Bro, I don't know that they are doing that. I don't know that they're going to be able to survive.
Yeah, this is... They pushed out Bladestorm into the force here, too, so they've made life a little bit tough on themselves, and luckily... I mean, started off positive here in a couple different rounds here, and this, again, it's MusicBot doing his damnedest.
He's been actually having a really good game despite the pain all around him.
Yeah.
That works.
Sight set on B again, it looks like, for ASU. It's that Tour de Force that's still there.
I mean, fortunately,
Gate crash, back to the site, easy kill.
I believe so, yeah.
Damn.
So, going down to clone.
30
No,
seconds left.
just, you just gotta test it, right?
You know. No, but yes.
Yeah.
One dimensional, everybody coming in, same direction.
Yeah, I mean, 4 on site though. EP, target-rich environment, and he chooses every one of them.
Last round in the half.
Easy enough from their side.
Yeah, looking
This
like
is
Soldier
a-
right there, I agree.
This is a slaughter, bro. Oh my god, man.
Yeah, sometimes looks are deceiving. No, this is exactly what it looks like, actually, Ravish. Arkansas State's executes have been beautiful. They just look so well drilled, and New Mexico, out of their depth is definitely the right word that you used to describe it before.
Yeah. Rough play. Final round of the half to get anything done here.
Here.
Ref might be pinged out again, and there we go. At least seen, but the start was the back of the side, and look how beautiful it's comboed. TP in, concussed down. They get the side again. That's on Kino. Architect as well, too. Finding 2. This is a great start. We're at 3v3 in the post plants, finally.
Yeah, and there's no like late Hunter's Fury, nothing like that for ASU.
Probably one more. I'm gonna try to take these fights one after the next here. You know, scene.
Player standing.
Bladestorm in a 3K. It was possible for a second, but unfortunately, a bit too many
Switching
Too
sides.
many people to go through for Kino.
Time to say goodbye.
So Ravish, have you ever heard the story of the time we went down 12 rounds and then came back in overtime to win it?
Don't do this, man. Don't do it.
I'm just asking if you've heard this story. What's the problem? I'm just telling you a story about what happened to me one time.
Right. It's a. I mean, so if we're gonna do this, then we gotta do it right. But
Right.
have I ever told you the story about about this team? Right. Look, they're down 12-0, and suddenly they make a comeback. It's crazy. Full
Wow.
comeback. OT. Yeah. Our producer just asked if it's a pansy line. I'm gonna fight him later.
Hold on.
It's just
Hold on. Wait.
This is doable. Wait a second. Don't give me hope now, New Mexico.
I'm
That's
hoping.
The health bars are low. Wi-Fi. What do you got in you, bro?
Wait, hold on. This dart could be juicy. Okay, it's not as juicy as I thought.
Didn't matter.
It looked good.
The idea was good for sure. There's the walk in. Ludo takes one. Ooh! Insta
Player
trade.
standing.
All right, and the reload as well. They catch him off. Now we beat.
Spike planted.
Do you have what it takes? Or will New Mexico State get their first round of the game?
They better get the first round of the game. They had better.
Yeah, I mean, APC and this should be it. Both smokes down. Away. Oh my god. Yeah, there it is. I was like, wait, hold on. But it's a frenzy. It's fine. Still, one taken. New Mexico are on the board, baby.
I don't know why you were worried. I think I told you
Yeah,
about this one time.
yeah, with one time.
Yeah, that like we won the pistol round, and then it was kind of over from that point on.
Yeah, 12 in a row, dude. It was crazy. I've seen it.
Actually, it was 14 in a row.
Oh, you're right. And what it's so let's see New Mexico do it here. The 14, the magic number. We're talking double aces here for 2 sevens. You don't get to talk it. Riff-raff with 1. And we're off to a hot start.
I just have this imagination that I'm like a child sitting and listening to old man Ravish telling me this story.
Right, it's like, so what's gonna happen here, right? Like, they're on site. It's a tough play here, but look, New Mexico, all 5 up. Spike in, drop down, easy enough, 2 more ticket, riff-raff.
Oh, wait.
A right-click shot, gun recovered. Things go wary, it might look scary.
Player standing.
But Keanu's there, don't you worry.
Dude, what a nasty couple of shots from Kino. Bro
like
was
that.
jumping and moving.
Yeah. Can't do
All right.
that as he is, can you?
All right. So here's where the bit potentially ends, because New Mexico
right.
State, you know, we've been having a good
They
time.
got guns now. Yeah.
Yeah, but Arkansas State picking up the rifles, and I'm just gonna say it. This is not the time for a okay, good. I was about to say,
Please
if
buy
they're
guns.
bonusing, this is not the time for a bonus.
Yeah, no, this is, you actually have no leeway. Like, not like, hey guys, if we lose this one, we got next. No, there is no next. No, lock in. If you're playing the cross, sees 1. Such a Bravo is deep and gets 2.
Spike down.
Dash to the corner, smoked her to cover. Gotta keep his composure. Molly thrown deep to get some damage, but not have to punish him fully.
I mean, that's what you were actually talking about, that you expected to see a lot on this map, and
Man.
yeah, it's just not something we saw a lot from New Mexico State, not utilizing mid-control very effectively. This time it is different with Arkansas on the defense.
Crawl out towards A. Train markers around to be seen, and if they do, make their way in.
Heard the
And
order.
Rallo ready for a quick trade back if need be. They know they're coming in. Towards the back of the site, so they're not going to expect one close now, are they? Rallo has the perfect position to get things done and shut out any hope of them maintaining some sort of control on the round. Flash dog, it flashes in!
Spike
Oh no, and it all falls so quickly. Arkansas State black. A 13-2 on a Biz. Dominant game.
Yeah, I mean, I really think that this was quote unquote won in the veto as much as it could be. When New Mexico would like to ban Breeze, it's a map that neither of these squads have played. And they go for that first round. I really think that they open themselves up to this Abyss. And man, did it look ugly. Straight up not good from a team perspective. I'm not even really talking about individual performances because I just think that they got outplayed at every single turn. Those executes, we saw like 4 different variations of executes towards B. I'm just very impressed with what Arkansas had prepared on this map.
Indeed, homie. Yeah, it was a rough show of it, unfortunately, but a close map one and a fun one at that. But could not translate over to Abyss, right? That can be unfortunately quite one-sided, especially with these halves, right? And unluckily so, that second half is quite dominant on their end. Nonetheless, though, a quick way to remind you all, we got Marvel Rivals Tuesday, Rainbow Six Wednesday, and RL on the Wednesday as well, and League Thursdays and Overwatch Fridays. So we've got esports action every single day of the week with playoffs coming next week. So y'all gonna want to stick around for that. Till then, though, Vincent, appreciate you stepping in, man, joining us. Man. It was nice seeing your face. Thank you again, as always, to our producers and observers, and for you all for watching. I've been Ravish and Ravish. Y'all have a good night. Peace.